Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley, and this is Ashley's Sensitive Skin. I wanted to talk to you guys about focus groups and a way that you can help further the research for eczema treatment and also to get a little bit extra cash because you're using your time and you're sharing your personal information, and so why not be rewarded with some kind of financial increase for doing a focus group. So I have a few notes, and I just wanted to share my experience doing focus groups and give you a few resources that you can look into to possibly start doing focus groups as well. Now, they're not the same as these other YouTube pages that you have seen that will list all these websites, and they've tested out doing focus groups about cell phones and cars and games. The focus groups that I'm going to be telling you about are mostly focused on health and medication, treatment, patient-centered focus groups that help those that are struggling with eczema. But there are companies, there are grants, there are organizations that will conduct focus groups for different types of health topics and different types of diseases and illnesses, but I'm focusing on my experience with focus groups for eczema. So basically, there's different types of focus groups. The ones that I have done were mostly in-person, hybrid, or Zoom. And a lot of times the focus groups will include peers like you that are struggling with the same issue. And I've done a focus group that had all patients or caretakers of patients that struggle with eczema. And a lot of times, the people that are conducting these focus groups, they are, it could be pharmacy companies, it could be companies that create medications, or a hospital or a doctor or a nonprofit that is focused on that particular health issue. And so National Eczema Association, they are a great organization that has changed my life ever since I had a really bad flare up with eczema years ago that caused me to go back into a mindset of being careful of what I do on my day to day. And so they definitely help with sharing information about different focus groups that are going on. They will sometimes conduct them themselves, or they will let you know of other organizations or different companies that are conducting a focus group that you could be a benefit to and for participating in it. So basically, you have focus groups that you may do surveys and quizzes on your own, and then you'll come together as a group with your peers to talk about the results or talk about what you thought about the survey. The person that is conducting the focus group may ask you questions about, what did you think about that survey, or what did you think about the information that you learned from the survey? Did you agree with it? Why did you not agree with it? The last focus group that I did was um, in 2022, and it was focused on patient-centered definition of flares. And if you're a person that has eczema or a caretaker of a person that has eczema, you know that flare-ups, flares, everyone has different definitions of it, whether it's itching really bad or if you have a really bad dry skin breakout. If you are pussing, you're bleeding, you are having a mental episode where you feel really low, really depressed. There are just so many different definitions of what a flare is. And I was so happy to be a part of that focus group because it it allowed me to be able to have a voice, to able to tell people that are in the medical field, the people that are making medications, doctors that only have one definition of what a flare is in their medical books, but don't understand that patients, they know what they're going through, they know how they're feeling, they know what they have to go through in these cycles of flare-ups and no flare-ups and what the triggers are. So it was nice to have a voice to be able to tell people that, basically have some type of control over how your treatment is done if you go through their process. And there's not a whole lot of processes, and be able to tell them that, no, this is what I'm experiencing. This is what I call a flare up. And I know you have a definition, but it's not a full circle of the story of what exactly a patient goes through with eczema. So that was very educational for myself and also very empowering for me to be able to share my voice in that group. And there was probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 sessions of Zoom and that focus group. And one other thing that I will say is that focus groups that have to do with research for health issues, a lot of times are not going to be a short, quick, like, oh, 1 month. Like a lot of times they're a year or 2 years long. And that focus group that I did in 2022 was a year long. And it wasn't like you were meeting every month. It was like you were actually meeting quarterly. That one, I believe we did quarterly. So I think it was 4 times that we met in Zoom, but we also had assignments in between those Zoom meetings, like I was saying about surveys and quizzes, and being able to share what we thought about certain statements or definitions that this company had already established. So it's not like something that you can just say, okay, I have time to do this for 1 month or 1 day or 1 week. Like, you have to commit to these focus groups because it takes time to gather data. It takes time to have discussions for the professionals and the conductors of these focus groups, be able to really understand what the patient is talking about, what they're going through, how they're feeling, compare all of your different people's answers, and then also gather that information, then see if we all can agree on some type of definition, some type of resolve, some type of further or advancement into this research, so that at the end, the professionals are able to understand where we're coming from and have somewhere to be able to make a decision or a solution or some kind of progress at the end. And so that doesn't take just a week or a month, it can take a year. So that patient-centered flare, patient-centered definition of flare focus group was a year-long commitment that I decided that, yes, I could go to each Zoom session and I would accomplish and complete all of the surveys or quizzes that were given to me. And that focus group rewarded me $750. And so, though you may right now be in a bind and you feel like you need extra cash, I will say that focus groups can be helpful, but at the same time, it's not something that's going to be a quick, payday, and it's not going to be something so, huge. It is reward for them appreciating your time, your insight, your wisdom, and your efforts to be able to help further research. But you have to think about it that it's not going to be something that you're going to get that day of. You have to complete all of the requirements, all of the commitments that are expected of you. And then at the end, you will get that reward. Now, some of them are different. I have been in a focus group where they will break it up, and if you finish, let's say, first 6 months of a focus group, they'll give you like $250, and then when you do the next 6 months, then they'll give you another installment. So I have been in a focus group like that where you don't have to wait to the end, that you can actually get paid in installments based off of certain based off certain commitments that you have completed. So those are different things to think about when you are doing these focus groups, that you have to be able to commit to a long-term project, be on time, complete all the tasks, and also, just, be a person that's going to talk in these discussions. If you want to be a part of this program and help further research, help yourself and others, around you and after you coming into life with this issue, then talk, have discussion, be able to give input, not just sit there on the Zoom and just kind of like say one word or say, okay, I agree with Janet or I agree with Bob. No, we need to hear from you as well too. So just make sure that you're ready to have full conversations, be able to talk and share about your experiences, be able to share what you think about certain issues that the research is focused on, and participate fully, because yes, you will be rewarded with some type of um, financial gain at the end, but at the same time you do want this to be beneficial for the future. Okay, so I will share that I am right now in a new focus group that is actually 2 years long. I have committed to being part of this 2 year project, and it's broken up into so many different types of methods to able to further this research. I won't share too much about it because I'm still freshly in it, and I've only had um, two meetings by Zoom, and I'm still learning all of the different topics that this research focus group is about. But I will say that this one is still patient centered, still focused on how the patient is feeling and experiencing with eczema, but it's not just about flare ups. This one is more focused on not just the patient, but also doctors, caregivers of patients that have eczema, and also those that are in the medical field. So this focus group, my team is not just people that are like me that have eczema or that take care of children that have eczema. It also includes doctors and medical professionals that also want to have conversations and actually talk person to person with patients that have eczema, which is really, new to me because I'm used to just being in a focus group that only focuses on the patient and only has patients of eczema or caretakers of eczema patients in the group. But there's actually, professionals and doctors in this group that also wants to do the research, also wants to learn and uh, be able to hear directly from patients. So this focus group is really exciting. Um, this one, with it being 2 years long, it's basically we meet quarterly, and we also have to do a lot of reading of articles on our own time between sessions. So this one is not as simple as others. This one's way more intense. I love the fact that the professionals actually want to know what other research topics do us as patients want professionals to research. There's so many things that I think about. Like, I really feel like there's a connection with allergies for eczema. I really feel like that those that have allergies to allergic reactions to coconut, with so many products, skin and beauty products, with so many hidden coconut ingredients, I feel like there needs to be research about how doctors, professionals can help patients that have eczema and an allergy to coconut and derived chemicals from coconut, how we can thrive. Because how are we going to be able to clean ourselves or moisturize ourselves or any other hygienic, needs if we are constantly having allergic reactions and flare-ups in our eczema because the chemicals and the products that we're using in so many products that have coconut in them. So basically, I'm excited about this focus group. This focus group does have a larger reward. It is over $1,000, but this one is only going to reward you that at the very end of the 2 year commitment. So this one isn't one of those kind of focus groups that it breaks it up and that it gives you certain installments after a year or 6 months. Like you have to be completely fully committed for the whole 2 years, and then you will get the reward. So I just wanted to share that information with you all. I wanted to show that there is a great impact and a great need for all people that are struggling with certain illnesses, to be able to be part of the research process, to learn more about legislation, to learn about the laws that are being made for certain health issues and the lack of laws for health insurance and medication and all those types of things. So I feel like if you are going through something, if it's not eczema, whatever it is, be a part of that process of further progress for healing and cures and treatments. And focus groups are a great way to do that. And if you are looking for a financial increase or you're trying to find a way to get some extra money, and you're not needing it right now, but later on for a goal or later on for a vacation or later on for whatever it may be, then focus groups that do, give rewards of money to those that participate later on may be a good choice for you. And try not to focus so much on the money, focus on the why you're doing it. And then once it's over, you may forget, oh, that's right, I'm getting paid. And then next thing you're getting an email or a letter saying, here's a check. So just make sure you have a good why for focus groups because it's more than the extra money. There are so much benefits that come from it. And honestly, we need more people of color. We need more people of different backgrounds. We need diversity. We need it so that everyone is represented in medical books. Everyone is represented in the laws that are made for certain healthcare and medication and treatments. We need representation for everyone so that everyone is included and everyone is getting the treatment that they need specifically for them if what the majority is not working for them. So that's my spiel. I could keep talking over and over again about this because I am passionate about it. I do enjoy doing it. I learn something every time, and I get to meet so many different people. And just having a connection with National Eczema Association has really changed my life. And I love to be an ambassador. I love to be a supporter. And just last month, October was Eczema National Awareness Day and Awareness Month, I'm sorry. And so I know that it's November, but I continue to try to spread awareness about eczema and that it's more than a rash. And I just hope that you have something passionate that you would like to fight for and help progress. And I hope this video was helpful for you. Please share in the comments if you've ever done a focus group. Please ask any questions that you have about focus groups that I did not address here. I tried to write as many notes as possible and try to talk about the time limit, the finance, and the types of focus groups, but I may have missed something that you may have a question about. And I'll also show a website of the National Eczema Association and another company that helps get funding and grants for focus groups. And I'll also put a link in the description as well for you. But again, please subscribe to this channel. I'm going to try my best to share as much more information that I have about eczema, about Dupixent, my journey, and anything that I've learned, I would love to share with you all. And if you know anything, please share with me as well. You all have a great day, and I will see you guys later.